Hi everybody, it's Claire back with another art journal video. So if you follow me on social media, you will have seen this as a reel on my Instagram or Facebook. I'm just going to share a slightly longer version now, so just showing you how I did this really simple page. It is simple. This is a collage paper from Natalie May Scrapbooking. One of the things that I really like to do is to cut the face out and remove the hair or anything else and add my own. I think it's a fun way to get used to playing with the proportions and things of faces and hair, and also just to be able to kind of mix things up a little bit. So I've taken this collage paper. I think this was called Winter Girls. I'm working in what was the 6-inch square watercolour journal from Dina Wakley. You cannot get these anymore, which is a real shame because they're one of my favourites. But any watercolour journal will behave the same. I know Jane Davenport does some beautiful ones too. So I've stuck that in using some gel medium. Now I'm sketching in roughly where I want my hair to go. And I'm going to then just go in with paint and just get brave. I'm going to have rainbow hair. I would love to have rainbow hair, but I just think it would be a little bit difficult to keep up with, and you know, I can't be faffed, so I won't be having rainbow hair. So this is the closest I can get. So I'm obviously using rainbow colours. There isn't any gesso on my page, and my brush is not dry, it's wet, although I am removing most of the moisture before I go in with another colour. The thing with not adding gesso to watercolour paper is that when I lay that paint down, if I was then to try and water it down, it won't move as easily as it would if there was gesso on there. So if you want to be able to make your colours move around and play with them a little bit, you need to gesso first. White gesso, clear gesso, either would work well, but I didn't really want to do that. I just wanted to go straight in with the colour. So then I'm using a Stabilo All Pencil and I'm just going over some of those elements on the face, just darkening them up a little bit, adding in some lines on the hair. And I think I also go in with a water brush and just soften those. These are the Jane Davenport palette pastels I've had for years, and I just love to put a little bit of blush on the cheeks, as you know, kind of brings the face alive a little bit. Now there's no collage paper on this page, and I'm going in with some writing as my first layer of interest here. So again, this is a way that I am journaling. I'm journaling my words onto the back of this journal page. I'm using a Artex brush tip acrylic pen, and I'm not leaving any spaces between my words. I'm kind of squishing my letters together, so I know what this is saying, and obviously you can read it. No punctuation. I'm just letting the letters flow one into another. This is a great way to get that journaling those thoughts onto your page and making your journaling very personal. Splitting things across behind the head as well. Yeah, so I am just writing those words on here, and then I'm going to go in with another layer of journaling over the top. So you could use any kind of writing you wanted to for your first layer. It doesn't have to be big and bold like this. You could do kind of asemic writing, scripty writing, whatever, stamped alphabets, just ways to get those thoughts onto your page, and create that layer of interest as well. So you'll notice that what I'm going to do next is going to kind of knock this right back, make it harder to read. And I guess in a way that kind of makes it a little bit more private. Now, one thing I discovered doing this was quite fun, that while that pen is wet, if I just add a bit of water, it will make the ink travel a little bit. So that was quite a fun discovery. Meant I could create a really nice sort of soft border on my page, which I think just helped finish it off. Some journal pages definitely work better with a border around. I can't always put my finger on what it is that makes that the case. Some journal pages don't need them. I don't know. I wish I knew the answer to that. I'm sure there is a technical one somewhere, but I just generally sometimes just go in and think I'm going to put a border on this, and sometimes I don't. Anyway, there we go. So acrylic pens will work nicely if you want to, while it's wet, you can water activate it and just make that travel, particularly on this watercolour paper. So that already feels better to me. I don't know why. Anyhow, now I'm going in with a Dina Wakley brush, and I'm creating some lines through the background. So these are going right through that writing. So some words are going to be visible and easy to read, and some are not. And this is then going to give me another journaling space. So it's a way that you can just put lots of thoughts onto your page. And using that simple face, that simple image, it's quite bold and striking. But yeah, this was a page that was really easy, but I did enjoy creating it because it was bold and colourful, and yet I'd managed to journal lots out of my head. I'm just adding some fun mark making onto her hair as well. They're almost like little star shapes. And then, of course, I'm going to write onto those black bands that I've added to my page. And on there, I'm going to add some more thoughts that reflect what this journal page is about for me. So Natalie May Scrapbooking recently released these fabulous journaling phrases, and they're on cuttable card. So I'm just using one of those. Just going to make some words to go on here that are going to reflect what my page is about. Having things like this are really useful because it means you don't have to go searching for things, print them out. You've already got them there ready. So it's a really useful resource to have. Of course, if you've got alphabet stamps, you can stamp your own phrases and words out and then use those in your journaling too. So that is how this journal page came together. It really doesn't have to be complicated. It's nice and bold. It does what it needs to do, simple and not complex. So I hope you've enjoyed the video and found some inspiration. Maybe you'll have a go at creating a simple page like this where you can journal your thoughts and feelings onto the background. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.